Hi everybody, my name is Bhavishya, and in this lecture we'll see the lab of our OSPF metric, that is our cost. So we'll see how cost is defined by this lab. So here we took an example of two types of Ethernet, two types of interface type. The very first is our gigabit Ethernet. The second one is our fast Ethernet. So as you know that the speed of the fast Ethernet is 100 Mbps, right? And the speed of our giganet is 1000 Mbps. So in order to differentiate between the faster one, here in this example, in this lab, we will take the reference bandwidth from 1000, which is default value. We'll change it to 10,000. That is the one of 10 gigabit Ethernet, right? So in this lecture, we'll see how we change the autocost reference bandwidth to 1000. We'll see the command, and then we will see what is the accumulated cost and which is the best part and what is the second best part, and then we'll interchange two. Okay, so let's forward. I've already configured the interfaces, and as I've already given the links between them. So let me tell you how I did it. Let's suppose I went to R1, then I went to configuration, then slots, and as you see here, PAG3, PAG3, I selected this. So this is how I change from fast Ethernet to gigabit Ethernet. After that, I did the configuration of this by these commands. Let's suppose enter gigabit Ethernet 3/0, and then I gave the IP address. Quite similar. And I have configured all the essential things, all the IP addresses along with the loopback address. In R1, R2, as you can see, 2 gigabits, right? 2 gigabits. But when you see here in R4, is this? Yes, now when we go to R4, as you can see, I have 1 gigabit Ethernet, and then we have two fast Ethernets, right? Here, great. And with regards to R4, we have two fast Ethernets along with their loopback ID. Now, let us go and configure OSPF along with, we'll change the IP for them. So we'll say network. What is the network? First, let's configure 12.0.0.255 along with the area. Our area is 0. And let me also give our 15. Okay. Now, what we will do is we'll give auto cost reference bandwidth. After that, from default value, that is 100, we'll change it to 10,000. Right? And it says that please ensure reference bandwidth is consistent across all routers. So we have to go to every router and then we have to change the reference bandwidth, because when we do it, the adjacency between two routers get changed, right? Yep. So we'll do the same with R2. Config terminal. This will go to network. What is the network? 12.0.0.0 first mass, that area 0. Similarly for network 23. Now we'll change the auto cost hyphen here, reference. Okay. Reference bandwidth 10,000. Similar message. Exit. Now in R3 config terminal network. Let me pause it here and we'll come with the whole configuration, the topology. Okay, now as we are done with the configuration of the whole topology with its changed reference bit from 100 to 10,000, now we'll go and check the cost of it for individual routers. First, let me see for our R4, then we'll backtrack it from to R1. So R4, I'll go and check show IP interface, show IP route and for network 20. Okay. Here as you can see in R1, let's jump to right. R1. The cost for it is 130. This is the administrative address and this is my cost 130. How 130? As this is fast Ethernet, right? This is, we are talking about the best path because it has the higher speed because we're using gigabit Ethernet and this is fast Ethernet. The cost is 100. The formula is reference bandwidth divided by the interface bandwidth. So our reference bandwidth is 10,000 and our actual, or you can say interface bandwidth is our 100. So that gives us 100, right? So this is 100, 100 and 100. This path will give me 300, but this path will give me, as this is gigabit, right? So the value of gigabit is 1000. So 10,000 divided by 1000, that gives us 10. 10, 10, 10 and 100. That is my 130. And if you look at the next hop is 12.2. That is 12.0.0.2. This particular. Now if I'll go and check to R2, what will be there? 10, 10 and 100. That is my 120 and next hop will be 23.0.0.3. Let's check. Show IP route. 20.20. As you can see here, value is 120 and next hop is 23.0.0.3. Similarly for R3, the value will be 110 and the next hop will be 34.0.0.4. And 34.0.0.4. Right. Now comes to 34. As you can see here, for R4 the value, oh, it's directly connected. Great. For R5 the value is 200. Why? Because this is fast Ethernet. 10,000 divided by 100, that gives us 100, 100, 200. And the next hop is 45.0.0.4. Now, as you can see, the value, okay, let me be more precise. The value is 130, right? So this is this particular best path. So what we'll do is let's remove this. For that, configure terminal. Do we have that? Yes, we do. Okay, no problem. We'll say interface. What is the interface? Gigabit Ethernet 2/0. No IP address. What is the IP address? 0.0.1, let's suppose. Or the better is we'll say shutdown. If I'll go and check HID interface, that says down, right? And when we will check what is the cost for this, the cost will be 300, 100 or 100 plus 100 plus 100, right? Because it is using this path. And what is the next hop? 15.0.0.5. Let's see. As you can see, 300, and this is the next hop. Now let us reconfigure this and see what will happen. Configure term, this, and no shutdown. Now if I'll go and check show IP route, it gives me still 300 routing entry for this. Okay, the adjacency got backed up from porting to full. Now we can see 130, and the next hop is this. So as you can see, if this scenario was with RIP, it will choose this one, but this gives us the cost of 300. But this is OSPF. The cost is R 130, the ideal one. So this is the path that is going to choose because it prioritizes, the OSPF prioritizes bandwidths, right? And what we have learned in addition, that when we talk about the higher bandwidths like gigabit Ethernet or 10 gigabit Ethernet, then we change the reference bandwidth, right, from 100 to 10,000. So this was it for this lecture. I hope you enjoyed. See you in the next one.